Hi, it's Roni, and welcome to Christmas Memories, a YouTube hop, and it's going to be like 12 days. And I am joining Miranda and Lisa on this. Miranda Weber and Lisa's Pink Glitter Scrapper. And today's prompt is Here Comes Santa Claus. So I thought I'd use this picture of Jayson, and this is his first picture with Santa. He's barely a month old in the picture, head full of dark hair, just as cute as he can be. And I am using some Doodlebug with it. I'm using a white background, and then I'm going to use scraps and work them into my layout. So I cut out a lot of hesitation and trying this and trying that because I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to use them, but I was going to make sure I had some layers. I did know I wanted to use that candy cane punch, border punch down there, so I will be using it. However, I will have a disclaimer. It takes practice to use it. It's not the perfect punch. I think it's like my third time using it, and I am still no good at it. Have y'all ever noticed that some scrapbooking techniques or tools need work? You need to practice before you get the hang of it. Yeah, I've had several of them since I started scrapping. But I was determined to use it on this layout anyway. And some of the scraps, I'm just going to cut parts of them off. I'm not going to use the whole thing. And other ones, I'm going to use the whole piece. And since they are front and back, of course, it's not one of those. It's just one-sided. I can use the front and back to add to the design and the layers of the layout. Now, I did pull out some dies and a couple of more punches. And I'm going to pull out another set of alphabet dies before I'm finished, because I'm going to make some decisions that weren't even in my head to start with. This is colorful Christmas paper, and the green, instead of being a darker green on some of the papers, is a really bright green. So I'm going to use those pieces in smaller quantities and use the darker greens for my tree, for one. I mean, because wasn't really wanting to pull out the lighter green, since there is a tree in the picture, and it's not one of the lighter green trees. I don't think I've actually seen one quite that light. I have seen white, which is light, but no bright green like that. I use my spellbinders. I think they're spellbinders dies. I think. No, maybe not. Maybe those aren't. No, I think those are cat scrappiness. And they're scalloped hearts, and I just laid one on top of the other. There's only 4 in the package, so there's only 4 making my tree. And then I inked it in white along the edges, and I like doing the tree with it. You can use ordinary hearts, but I like the scallop because it looks like tree branches in a way. In a way, sort of, kind of. And I use the white ink just to make it look like there's some snow on there. I'm also going to use the die with the little gingerbread. And that die is by AccuCut. And yeah, they're cute little gingerbreads. And I took my white gel pen and put faces and buttons and icing trim on them. I decided it was cute to have like a gingerbread tree. And my first plan was to have like one on top of the tree, but then I'm going to decide to have a star instead. However, it's going to sit there on that tree for a while, and then I'm going to decide it's just too little, and I think I inked it too much too, and I'm going to have a bigger one. In fact, I'll be done with the layout, have my SD card in my laptop, and just keep looking at it and think, oh, I got to get rid of that star. So I will take the SD card out and redo the star. However, before I decide to do that, I will add Jayson's name to the title too. Yeah, I did a few things. It took me a while to decide on everything. I did a few things kind of after the fact. I'm going to use this Sizzix die for the main word Santa. And it's called Tall and Slim, I think, or Tall and Thin, something like that. And it makes kind of tall letters. I don't think they're quite 2 inches, but they're pretty tall. And with Martha Stewart punches there, I'm going to have First Visit with Santa. And since I used liquid glue when I decide to do Jayson's name, I'll have to get a different font just to make it look halfway decent, because I can't pull that first back up. It is stuck. And looking at the tree, I decided it needed a few round ornaments on there just to be scattered out through there. And see how tiny that star is? Yeah, that just kept bugging me. I like the shape of it, so I will be duplicating the shape, but I'll be making it bigger. But I did like the idea of it being craft, so I will still have it as craft. And since I first put my tree like right in the middle on the left-hand side, and then I decided to have it overlap the Santa a little bit. Well, doing that, I decided there was, well, too much space down there, so I had to make some packages to go there. And I'm not being picky. I'm just using whatever little scraps that I have to make them with. I am using some of the red for ribbon, and I am going to also get out my little tiny bow punch and put some bows on there. Later, I wished I'd put some foam tape behind them, but I still have not pulled them up to do that. So I am sure they'll probably stay without the foam tape. And since I added stuff a few times, I mean, I seriously had the layout up there showing it off and had to cut that part out because I'd done more stuff. But since I added stuff a few times and didn't add the foam tape yet, it must not have bothered me too much. But while I'm doing this, I'm going to mention that there will be links below for Miranda and Lisa's channels, plus whoever else is joining in today. I think when I made this the last time I looked at the Facebook page, there was 3 others besides me as guests for this day. I will look again before time because this is like November that I'm doing this. I will look again and make sure I get it updated because anybody can sign up whenever, and we'll want all those links down there below. In my opinion, the hop only gets better with more the merrier. Yeah, so hopefully there'll be quite a few down there by then. Um, I decided I needed a little area up here on the left, which I do a lot. I just like it. I don't like it being empty. So I had a piece that I had cut on some layout, and it was kind of on the wonky side, but I figured if I cut half off, use some on one end and use some on the other, the middle was the wonky part, that I could make a banner. So I am using a banner up there, and I did add the little dash lines on there like I have on the other piece that's the same paper, and added a sticker and the leftover little guy that I planned on putting on the top of the Christmas tree. Now, I first tried just putting white cardstock behind my star and make it kind of look sort of like icing, but I didn't like that at all, so that didn't work. So I had to go ahead and just use my gel pen, although it was a little hard to get the lines from being too wonky because I didn't have any way to really hold on to it while I did them because it's still kind of on the small side, even though it is quite a bit bigger than the other one was. And the die set that I won, that AccuCut die with the little gingerbread man and um, the other stuff on there, I won that off of YouTube. It's like one of the first things I ever won on YouTube. Years ago, I won a thing from Pick Your Plum, I think. And then maybe a month later, I won this die and some other stuff. But yeah, it has been well loved over the years since I won it. But that's it. That's my layout. And be sure to check down below to get the other girls' links to see who all's doing it today. And remember, it is 12 days again. I just finished 12 days and it's 12 days again. Although I'm not sure how many days I'll be doing it. However many I can get done in time is my plan. But thank y'all so much for watching. If you leave a comment below, I'll get back with you. And if you like the video, hit a thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, of course, I'd love to have you subscribe. But thank y'all so much for watching. And those of you that already are subscribed, thank you for the wonderful comments that you leave. And I hope you all have a happy, scrappy week. Stay safe and take care. Bye.